Alrighty, welcome back to two Final Fantasy VIIs, one controller. We are back and ready to maybe complete the game today. Pow. I don't know if the end of the game will be today or not, but we're going to give it our best shot. Maybe not the finale, because there's some stuff we want to do after the end of the game. Oh, I vehicle glitched on accident. That doesn't usually happen. I just happened to be in the right spot. Hate to see it. Alright. Thanks for coming to two Final Fantasy VIIs, one controller. It was a good time today. Good job, boys. We'll meet back here next week. See, B-Train, think of the 7 months. Lucky 7's power. We're gonna need it. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I don't know if we're gonna finish because the end of the game, I don't know how it's gonna go. It could be really easy. It could be a nightmare. I mean, I've never done anything like this, so I really don't know. Given that carry armor wasn't too bad, I'm hoping that... Alright, get away from the sub. Given that carry armor wasn't that bad, I'm hoping that the end of the game will go fairly well, but who knows? We gotta go Rocktown. So we'll see, but I'm excited to see how hard the end of the game ends up being, especially just the final dungeon in general is gonna be fun. But before that, we do have one more huge materia quest. No. Land. How'd you... Oh. Okay. Alright, should probably rest. Yuffie's dead. So that's a problem. Is everyone equipped and ready to go here? Looks like it. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to do. I could buy some HP pluses, but it's not a huge deal. Oh, while we're going through this stuff, well, actually, I can wait a minute, because, Turk fights. Well, actually, it just starts off with basic fights, so I guess not a big deal. Do we have steel, though? I need steel. Someone needs steel. Where's my steel materia? Hello? Okay, you have steel. Who has steel over here? No one. I need to steal some goods. Some very good goods. How's it going, Evo? So while we're fighting the nameless soldiers, I wanted to bring up something that completely blew my mind. I read it while I was going to grab lunch. Did you guys hear the Xbox news? No, normally I don't really talk too much about Xbox news. But, there's some news. Some interesting news. So, I guess, well, first, to backtrack and give you backstory in case you're not super familiar, Xbox and PlayStation have always had, like, premium online services, and they've always been back and forth as to which one's better and which one's the better deal and whatnot. Microsoft always had Xbox Live, which was always a price, but was way better. And Sony's was always free, but then they had a Plus service where you could get free games and stuff, and that was usually about the same price, right? And it's gone back and forth over the years. Nowadays, PlayStation's isn't free. You have to buy it in order to play online, but it's cheaper, and you get free games and stuff. Xbox is now pushing the Game Pass thing where you get a bunch of games for their service, but you still have to pay for online there as well. Up to this point, it's all been about even, with Nintendo being slightly cheaper. Apparently, Xbox made an announcement, I think it was today, that Xbox Live is now going to be $120 a year. Which is bad, but is way worse than it sounds. For a couple of reasons. For one, that's double. That's crazy. Like, I get making it more expensive, but that's double the price. Unless I'm missing something. But from what I read, it's that or nothing. You can't even do half a year for $60. It's $120 for a year, or that's it. That's pretty nuts to say, to have enough faith in your community that they're willing to pay double what they're paying now. That's pretty crazy. I mean, in the long run, $120 for a year isn't like astronomical, but it is in terms of what it has been for the past like 10 years, right? So that's crazy. Not to mention you're probably potentially paying for Game Pass as well. But anyways, that's the first issue I have. The second issue I have is much more important. Why now? Right now is the pinnacle moment where people are picking between Xbox and PlayStation because the new consoles just came out. People are going to the stores deciding if they want to pay for a PS5 or they want to pay for an Xbox Series X, 360X, Xbox Box X. Like, why now? Why the price change now? If anything, they should be putting it on sale now to try to get Xboxes in people's houses, and then you jack up the price. You know what I mean? Like, even from a money standpoint, this just seems like the worst idea ever. Because the whole idea is to get a player base. You want everyone to buy an Xbox to get them in the house, and then you say, oh, well, if you want everything your box can do, you got to pay us extra. And then if you already own the box, you feel incentivized to buy the thing. You don't do it now when people are trying to get your box, and it's too hard to get the box because, like, and people are already frustrated they can't buy Xboxes because they're off the shelves, right? So who's gonna, like, double down and go through all the hassle of finally securing an Xbox knowing that they just doubled the price of the online? Like, it's just, the timing couldn't be worse. I can't imagine what they were thinking. It's just, wow, it blew my mind. And you're probably right. It's probably them trying to make the money back from, you know, Xbox is not selling well and Xbox is not being on shelves. But man, what a terrible time to do it, seriously. That's just crazy. Also, Yuffie has the Conformer, so right side is finally doing way more damage than left side. This whole time, left side has been winning in damage, but now that Yuffie is like God mode, I think right side's actually going to be better off for a while. But yeah, man, that's crazy. I couldn't believe it. And you can't even do like 6 months, apparently. Which I feel like they're probably going to change that. They'll probably change that and be like, okay, you can do 6 months, because man. The KFC console's looking better and better. KFC are out there like, oh boy, now's our chance. I mean, to give you an idea of how important player base is, when Sega originally announced the Dreamcast, they had a promotion where if you purchased their online, back then they had an online, it was pretty cheap, I think. It was like $10, maybe it was actually $10 a month. I don't know. But anyways, whatever the price was, they had an online service. If you purchased the online service, they gave you a Dreamcast for free. They gave you the console for free. That's how important it is to get consoles in people's homes. And Sony knows that, and Microsoft knows that. They know that they need to get the console in your house, and then they can get you on the monthly subscriptions, they can get you on Game Pass, they can get you by buying controllers, they can get you by buying games. There's all these different things they can do to get your money once the console's in your house. But if you don't buy an Xbox, Microsoft is making no money off of you. So the important thing is that they get the console in your house. The PlayStation 3 specifically was known for losing money on every console. Every console they made, they lost money on. But they knew that if they could get the PS3 in your house, they'd make money off of you over time. So they were okay losing money. So the fact that Xbox is willing to push this service now, when people are making that decision on whether or not they want a Switch, a PlayStation, or an Xbox, like, man, that just seems like the worst decision. I can't imagine. I mean, maybe they just think that their fan base is that, you know, they're going to buy one regardless, but man, that's just I can't believe that, honestly. That's really wild to me. Really wild. I'm interested to see where it goes, because to me it just seems like an awful decision. We do it for the gamer. It's all about the gamers, boys. If that's true, Quantum, if it's true that this is the last new console, then it's even more important that Microsoft gets the Xbox in people's houses, because that Xbox will make money for them for decades if this is the last time we get a new console, which I don't think it is, but just saying, you know, and that's why, like, Sony was willing to take such a hit on the PS3 because they knew the PS3 was going to last a very long time. You know, if you look at it from a business perspective, if they make a PS3 and lose $200 on making it, and I buy the PS3, they've lost $200 with that purchase, right? But then for the next 7 or 8 years, I bought PS3 games, PS3 controllers. My PS3 died and I bought a PS3 Slim. You know, all of the money they made on me for like 8 years was totally worth the $200 they lost by selling me that console. That's how the industry works. So, you know, I can't stress enough. That's why the Dreamcast was given away for free, because it's like, it's all about getting the player base. And Microsoft is making a big oops. They're going to lose a lot of their player base, I feel. And it's gonna bite them later. It might help now, but it's gonna bite them later. We'll see, though. Obviously, Microsoft is a bigger company than I am, and they know more, but it just seems like a really crazy decision. Maybe they were forced to make it. Maybe they had to make it. Maybe the price of the Xboxes was just too great. Then again, it's Microsoft and they have infinite money, so I'm not really sure if I'm down that road, but... Yeah, the Dreamcast did kill Sega, but Sega was already dying. Giving away the Dreamcast for free was like their final ditch effort. And the online service was their final ditch effort, which in their defense could have done amazing. Like, if people had gotten into the Dreamcast and they made money off of online services, they would have been ahead of their time, and the Dreamcast probably would have been huge. The problem is, Zelda happened. So... You know, maybe if Nintendo didn't exist, but Nintendo and Sony existed, so... Actually, I take that back. Zelda didn't happen, the PS1 happened, and the PS1 was slightly successful. Okay, should I take my Magic Caster or my... attacker for this? Probably my Magic Caster. So I should probably take... them. But I gotta make sure... Like, this fight should be easy. I just want to make sure that I have steel. Hold on. Let's equip Sid. Where's my Spirit Lance? I didn't pick up the Spirit Lance on this one? I guess I didn't because I knew I wasn't going to use Sid. Alright, well. Scimitar it is, I guess. Oh man, the Escort Guard, it's so good. Take a Dragon Armlet. And I don't really care. Barret and Tifa. Come on, analog stick. There we go. Whatever. Good enough. Welcome back, Kara. Not really that worried about this fight, I just want to get the steel. You again? I was going to use Hades, but I don't want to poison Rude, because I don't want him to die early. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stealing in Final Fantasy VII is great. I love it. It's my favorite. A double big guard though. That's pretty cool. Give me a break. Steal the thing. Please. Please. Oh, I got it. I didn't see if I got it on this side. Also, Bloodfest is like the coolest limit. Yes! They got us. Somebody had commented and said that I missed the opportunity to get the 2 different colored subs. And I agree, I'm kind of sad I didn't do that, but it would have been really awkward, and then one side wouldn't have gotten all the huge materia, so I'm kind of glad I didn't. It would have been cool to have 2 different colors, but you kind of have to go really out of your way to get the other color. In general, I wanted to keep both sides, like I wanted both sides to kind of do their own thing and just see how like unsynced we can get. But as I went through the playthrough, I kind of realized that the double bosses were way more hype. Like it was much cooler to see 2 bosses being fought at the same time rather than just 2 different parts of the game being played at the same time. So I decided to like keep them synced for the most part. Maybe if we ever do this again, I'll try, like, not syncing them at all. But, yeah. Everyone seemed like they really wanted to see the double bosses, so it was just better to do it this way. I still let them get desynced, but as soon as I get to a boss, I usually make sure that it's synced. Because I think it's more entertaining that way. The double lost number fight was pretty awesome. I still find it weird that if you turn the music down to mute, it actually doesn't play the music during the cutscenes. I figured the cutscenes just were like separate, but they actually have the cutscene play and the music play over top it. At least most of them do. I think the beginning one didn't. Which makes sense because it's like synced. 3 Final Fantasy VII's 0 controllers. Let's go, boys. Let's go! Control the games with my mind. There's been multiple times in my life that I wish this song played during. I'm gonna wait so we can do both codes at the same time. Double code hype. You know what, though? The code's probably going to be wrong on PlayStation. It's probably going to want the other button. So it's probably going to be like, nope. Yep. That's pretty funny. Oh! Yeah, so Circle and X are switched on PlayStation. So the minigames are like goofed up. What the? Oh no. You can do it on this ladder too? No freaking way. Can you do it on the PlayStation one? Probably not. No, but you can warp. Oh, you can do it on the PlayStation 1 too. Epic. Premium content. March of the Clouds. It's interesting how much we found out while doing this, because I'm like mashing a button on the other screen and it causes something weird to happen on screen number 2. Because normally you wouldn't be mashing circle while you're climbing a ladder, because why would you? But because of this scenario, I'm like skipping text on one screen and climbing a ladder on the other screen, and then weird stuff happens. It's cool. Great, I get to do the steal again. Oh, yeah, I was really hoping. I hope it takes twice as long this time. Ah, crap. It's off and it's bothering me. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I don't actually know exactly how that glitch works. I knew that there was some weird stuff with ladders, where like, if you're at the bottom of a ladder, you can trick the game into thinking you're at the top of the ladder. And that's what happened when I like warped up to the top from the bottom of the ladder. As for the soft lock, I'm not exactly sure why that happens. It's the same thing with like the elevators in Midgar, where you activate the elevator, so Cloud wants to walk to the middle of the elevator, but he's blocked by the door. So he just endlessly walks. But I don't know what Cloud is trying to get to when he gets stuck on the ladders. Maybe he's trying to get to the top of the ladder, but he's at the bottom. Because it looks like he's touching the ladder. So, like, if Cloud's goal is to get to the ladder, he should have gotten to it. So it's weird. I think the game gets confused as to which part of the ladder he's supposed to be aiming towards. No, I don't want this menu again. Continue. Barrett and... and then... both Clouds have steel, right? Is there a quick, easy way to see who isn't subbed other than trying to scroll through chat? I don't think so. If you do the random, sub a random person, it'll always pick people watching first. Or at least it's supposed to. It picks people that have watched the stream the most, but I think it also picks only people that are currently watching first. First try! What is this, my birth miss year? No, I don't want to cast Neo Bahamut. Uh-oh. Cloud has my healing. It's like my favorite sound effect. I can't believe that I don't have a heal. This is gonna be awkward. Rude, you are so annoying, dude. Holy cow. Just steal it, please. Just steal it, please. What's up, Arco? Steal it, please. Thank you. Goodness. I just healed a dead wolf. What do you mean you don't have bad breath? Why not? Good thing Cloud's actually my attacker in this on the left screen. Ah, no, he's not. Tifa is. He's the secondary. Finally. First time ever that the right screen is like going faster. Team right screen. Hey, Sergeant Snuggles. Welcome. I love that name. Thanks for being here. How's it going, Wobbled? It's going good, except I just soft locked on both screens and had to redo this part. But hey, it's one of the best parts. I gotta admit, the rocket cutscene without the music is actually really epic. I kind of want to play just one version and turn off the music and watch that cutscene. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's great with the music as well, but has a kind of a different vibe without the music. Yeah, the buildings that are like basically sitting right next to the rocket pad are totally fine after this. Yeah, that house gets ripped apart, but apparently Sid's house is fine. Shuttle pilot insurance. Maybe they just rebuild while we're off doing the Midgar raid. Oh god, I did it again. Hopefully it's not broken. Don't break. Kick it. Kind of weird seeing maybe my only dream was, or maybe my dream was just to make it to outer space, and on the other end, this is the end. Like 2 seconds ago he was accomplishing his dream, and now he thinks he's gonna die. What's up, Shadow Dave? Why aren't they floating, by the way? I thought they may have said something about... Wait, what happened there? What the heck? Ah, are the ladders just all broken in this game? Don't answer that. I already know the answer. I think they say something about an anti-grav-like thing in the ship, but it still doesn't make much sense as to why they aren't floating in the safety pod, because I doubt that has a gravity field in it or something. The whole idea that, like, most of the technology in this game is pretty, like, ancient. Like, Midgar is the most advanced city, and it's still kind of, like, ancient with some of its technology. But they're still able to make, like, a rocket ship. Like, Sid and his crew alone are able to create a rocket ship that's fully functional. And take off and have an autopilot and all that. I don't think that a lot of this was really about making sense in the universe, though. This game was very intent on being a social statement kind of game, so they tried to incorporate a lot of things that people were thinking about and, you know, things that were relevant to the time back then. Space travel was, like, super in at the time. Everyone was interested in space travel and all that, so, like, it makes sense that there's this section like this. All the geopolitical stuff and religious stuff and space stuff is all kind of product of its time. This game is definitely a product of its time, without a doubt. They tried a lot more to make this game feel relevant than the other games that were just fantasy. Especially, like, the political stuff with Midgar. The game could have been nothing but Midgar and the characters versus Shinra, and it would have still been interesting. It's almost like they did that later.